When I was applying for fully funded scholarship to pursue PhD, I spent 3 years to find supervisor in Germany, Switzerland, South Korea, Brunei and Hungary. In this video, I'm going to share 5 tips of mine on how to find supervisor to apply for fully funded scholarship abroad. Plus, I will reveal one mistake that most students do while contacting potential supervisors. Hi there, if you are new here, my name is Muhayyo. I earned 3 fully funded scholarships in Brunei, Hungary and Turkey, and in this channel I share opportunities for international students to study and work abroad. The first tip: clarify your topic and narrow your research. The sooner you will identify the topic you want to write, the better it will be for you, because you will be able to start writing your research proposal. The first time you are contacting your potential supervisor, you have to attach your research proposal. A well-prepared research proposal will give you an edge. It will outline exactly what you want to study and it will show your readiness for research. Without a clear topic and narrow the topic, you will not be able to start writing your research proposal. Sometimes it takes almost 6 months to write a good research proposal. You have to read about the topic you are interested in, you have to read how to write a research proposal, you have to read the specific requirements of the university or department, what they want you to write in research proposal. So try to understand what you want to study first and then go for it. In my case, it was quite difficult because I was sure that I want to research for my country, but I didn't know which part of the country I want to research in. That's why I was very confused. I spent almost 2 years to understand which topic would interest me. So don't waste your time. Try to read a lot of articles in the topic that you are interested in, and then the more you read, the better you will understand the topic and the faster you will narrow your research and understand what you have to do. The second tip: start early. Finding a supervisor is a very time-consuming process. If you start on the right time, it will take you almost 1 year. It took me 3 years to understand how to write a research proposal, to understand what topic I want to write, to understand where to find a supervisor, how to write an email for them, or how to introduce myself. So in order to be able to apply and to meet the deadlines of the scholarship that you are targeting, you have to start early. The best way to find a supervisor is a website of the university you want to apply for. Almost all the universities have their researchers and professors in their websites. So after you clarify your topic and research interest, you can search for supervisor that have the same research interests. And this brings us to the third tip. You have to read the work of the supervisor before contacting them. This not only helps you to understand the research interests of this potential supervisor, but also help you to come with the arguments to justify your choice of this specific supervisor in the email that you are going to send him or her. When you're reaching out the supervisor, you have to mention in the email why their expertise aligns with your project, your research proposal. I read 2 articles from each supervisor and tried to connect the dots. Try to understand how my research aligns with the published work of this supervisor and try to show that his or her expertise would help me a lot in my research, because I need this guidance in this and that and that. And also it's very important to contact as many supervisors as possible. I know it can be stressing, I know it is a lot of work, but if you're really serious about your studies, you have to secure a potential supervisor, not to lose the opportunity to get fully funded scholarship just because you couldn't find a supervisor. The first tip: prepare your CV. Again, alongside the research proposal, you have to submit your CV to the potential supervisor. And the CV is a perfect instrument to show, to introduce you, because you have to be short and you have to be precise in your email. You can't tell everything about yourself in the email. And here CV comes to show the supervisor that you have already done some kind of research, you have already worked in that or these sectors, you have already got your master degree, everything that supervisor should know. You have to draft an academic CV, not professional one. It is very different from what you usually send to employers, because in academic CV you have to show mostly your research experience, your teaching experience, your publications, conference, and any other kind of research projects that you had. Lastly, initiate online meeting in the email. When you are drafting an email to your future supervisor, you have to be very short, precise, but at the same time informative. So what you can do, you have to introduce yourself, mention the goals, why you are contacting this person, tell what is your research proposal, why this supervisor is good for you, and then you can write that if this supervisor is still accepting PhD students, then it would be great to meet for 15 minutes online meeting to discuss the future plans. Professors who are supervisors at the same time, they are super busy. They teach, they research, they publish, they go to conferences, they have a lot of administrative work. So if you don't get answer from a professor, don't be sad. Please try to understand them. Also, put yourself in their shoes. You can remind them after one and a half week. And if you still don't get any email, you have to go further and start writing to other supervisors. When you get online meeting, which is for 15 minutes, as you mentioned, but in most cases it will be more than for 15 minutes if you have this chemistry between you and your supervisor. So prepare for this meeting. Prepare your questions, prepare what you will say, what you will ask, and get ready, read more about this supervisor, read more of their job, read about the university, the department you're applying for, read about the scholarship. You have to be 100% ready for any question that supervisor will ask you, because it will show how serious and how ready you are to go for PhD. And now here is the biggest mistake that many students do while contacting future supervisors. Don't send the same email to every supervisor that you find. Believe me, professors are getting hundreds of emails every day, so you have to stand out. That's why it's very important to follow these 5 tips that I have just mentioned, and then draft personalized email. If you found these tips helpful, then you will like this video of mine where I talk about how to draft a perfect motivation letter for scholarships.